Okay, in Bordeaux, just striking out from the hotel and headed toward we're kind of in the city center now, but headed toward the center of the city center. They have the second longest shopping street, pedestrian shopping street in all of Europe here in Bordeaux. I'm gonna check that out, and there's a lot of other sites and streets and stuff down here too, so I'm gonna check those out too. Hopefully everything will be cool. Now I've had about at most 2 hours of sleep last night. I just couldn't sleep, so I'm gonna be cool, and I'm going to when I get tired either stop or just go back. So I need to, it's a street here. Need to cross this mud like that. You have to be a little careful because, you know, streets change. You think it's a walking street or a biking street, all of a sudden you'll see a car, and then of course you see the fat tire electric bikes just whizzing by. Here goes a tram right there. You don't want to get hit by a tram. No. I don't know. I think they probably stop for you, but I'm not sure. I think this is that long shopping street. Now they supposedly banned cars from the city center some years ago, and I think this is the start of that. So this is that long 1.2 kilometer shopping street. I think a lot of stuff is not open yet. So not much to do, but it is a good time to bike because since the stuff isn't open, you don't have to stop, and I can survey around, come back later, shopped in. Of course, the McDonald's is open. I had a nice Royale with cheese there yesterday. Very tasty. Samuel would appreciate that, and all the other Pulp Fiction people. Yeah, so you can see it's just nice. It just goes on and on. I guess we have malls in the US, but you know, you can't ride your bike around in the mall. You can't get to where you're going riding through the mall, and it's kind of sterile, more sterile than this anyway. So anyway, just enjoying the ride along this long, well, you know, 1.2 kilometer shopping street. As long if you're walking, it's just a little short hop on the Brompton. People getting set up for the day. When I'm on these walking streets, I don't try to be whizzing down. First of all, I'm seeing the sights. Secondly, it's people walking. And when I'm walking out here, I don't want nobody whizzing by on a bike. But last night, there was some guys shooting around on these fat tire electric bikes, doing like 20 miles an hour down down the walking street, down the shopping street. And that's not right. That should be, that stuff is being regulated in California. It should be regulated more here, because I bet you got people getting injured out here with these crazy folks doing that stuff. And it's kind of pissant anyway. They're on these fat tire things. They're basically motorcycles. They're not pedaling. It's not pedal assist. It's a freaking motorbike. And that kind of defeats the whole spirit. I mean, I got a couple of electric bikes, and I like my electric bikes. They get me out more than I would ordinarily get out. On some days when I wouldn't feel like riding a regular bike, I'm on the electric bike. But I'm not whizzing around people like that. And my bikes are strictly pedal assist. They assist my effort. I'm not sitting on the damn bike just sitting there like a damn motorcycle. You don't even get any exercise like that. I like the electric bike because it turns any ride into something that's more like a walk. If that's all the energy you want to expend, it can be just like taking a walk, even if you're going uphill. And that's what I like about it. But to expend no energy, just sit, or these folks on the fat tire scooters just standing, that's, I don't know, it just seems kind of pissant to me. But at least they're not in cars. So I guess there's always a good side. So now we're coming up on a major street here. There's a Starbucks. And we got the green. We can go on across. Little bump there. But the shopping street continues. This is kind of like a very long version of the Santa Monica Promenade there in California. Used to love walking through that, but that's only a couple of blocks. Nowhere near as long as this. Now you get down to this end is a little seedier than the previous end. Getting to be like the down home end. Too hot Africa. See what I'm saying? But still nice. You can see we're in different neighborhood though. That's all I got to say. I like to respect the people walking, because I be walking. That's what I'm saying. My KO. Oh shoot. I didn't put on the whatchamajiggy. Strava. Put that on. Just so we recording. I always forget to put on the Strava when I leave, because I really don't need it. I'm not doing an exercise ride or a timed ride or anything. I'm just rolling, but it's nice to record your rides. You can look back, see what you did, where you went, so on and so forth. So now I think we have reached the end of the shopping street. I think this is it. See the big archway? And there's one of those whatchamajiggies. I forget what the Muslims call that. But anyway, We are here at the end of the shopping street. And now, up. There's another street over there. It may not be a pedestrian street, but yeah, this is a street that you can have some cars on that street if you wanted to. If you want to, you can ride out there with your car. I'm gonna go on over here in the bike/bus lane. Now we are in a different neighborhood. This fool rolling in the bus lane. You know he shouldn't be in the bus lane. You got fools everywhere. It could be, you could be in France, you could be in Detroit. You just got idiots everywhere. Here comes somebody on a motorcycle, and there's now she's on the bike, see, she's cool. I think the motorcyclists can go on the bus lane too, certain times. I don't know. But, yeah, this thing just goes on and on. It's a long street. I'm gonna head back, go to the pleasant part of town. And, see what's happening back there. Oh, you got a lot of scooter folks. A lot of scooter boys out here. Yes, you do. I'm over here in the bike/bus lane. Don't see no buses right now. If I do, I'm gonna get out the way. Well, that's how I roll. That's a laundromat. Yeah, this is an old, medieval looking part of town. I don't know when these places were built. Had to be a couple hundred years ago at least, probably more. It's one thing about Europe and France. You see some old construction. They don't just tear shit down and build new shit. You know, because they built it right when they built it. And so they just renovate the thing and keep rolling. Going past that spire again. Again, I forget the term. Forgive me. And then there's some turtles. They're cool. Then we're coming back into this long shopping street. Got the Mickey D's, got a coffee place. Brompton does not like uneven pavement. He loves flat, even pavement. Brompton can fly on some flat, even pavement, but it does not like cobblestones, uneven shit. That's when you need a different bike. I think that's why they did that G series Brompton, because that's got the fatter tires. It's still a folding bike, but you know what? It don't fold up like the Brompton does, like the C. You know, like the regular Brompton, it don't fold up like that, and so makes it more difficult to take with you, fly on the plane, all that kind of thing. I don't like the G class. I like the C. But you just have to make sure that you find the smooth pavement. Just be smooth. Be smooth with it. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So that's what I'm trying to say. And we just be rolling, man. It's Sunday morning, and it's not quite 10:30 yet, so it's not a lot of people out. That's why. But I was here last night. Oh my goodness! I went to the jazz club. It was peoples everywhere you look. It was peoples, and it was nice. Everybody's out, hanging, having some wine, talking, laughing. You know, I kind of liked it. Didn't know nobody, but, you know, and I wish I spoke French. Man, if I spoke French, woo. If I spoke French and played the piano, woo, I'd probably be dead already. But, yeah, people are having a good time. Now, see, when I'm not in my town, I don't be taking liberties with the traffic, but I do see, you know, it is ridiculous. Ain't nobody coming, so I'm gonna go on. But normally, I don't be breaking the rules, because it's not my town. And that's when you get messed up. You think you know what you're doing. You think it's safe. Might look perfectly safe, but something come out of nowhere. Like that time I was on the West Bloomfield Trail. I'm riding along, and I'm thinking I'm in the boonies. And all of a sudden, there's a crossroad that comes up, and I'm thinking I'm in the boonies. So, just at the last second, I said, let me stop before this crossroad. So I stopped, and whoosh! Big ass truck whizzed down the crossroad. If I had not stopped, I would have been splat. You know, so that's why I say, if you're not in your town, you best to be conservative, and, you know, what's the rush? You just looking around anyway. Ain't no race or nothing like that. So this is what I'm saying. You got to be cool when you're not in your town. And even though this looks like a nice, peaceful place, it's not my town. So we come a little incline here. We're going back to where we came from. Coming up on another road here, tram section. And it looks safe to cross. I'm going across. Yep. Okay. Now we're going back up. Back up. Back into the fancier district of the town. So, you know, if you're looking to do some business, look like you just keep going further along the shopping street as you get closer to the seedier area. See, that's one of them fat ass bikes I'm talking about. These people just roll around. But anyway, you get closer to the seedier area, you know, you might find some good rent. Go in there and set up something. So I'm thinking, like, I could do with a place that sells soul food, especially breakfast. Salmon croquettes and grits, and some of me mama's fried pies. Have a little place like that here, and I bet you could do some business. Have some nice jazz and R&B playing in there all the time. Have some seated with some cool people to come by. Some nice artwork from the diaspora, you know, up there. I think you could do some business. Have a little co-working area in there. People might come and hang. Sell some memberships. You know. I think, so anyway, you might have to move further down the street because I imagine that the rent up here is probably significantly higher than when you get down to that other area. So that's something to consider. So I'm gonna go on up here, going uphill a little bit, nothing too strenuous. Now this fool is going, he not moving for the pedestrians, he expect them to move for him. You got some rude people. Not expecting that kind of stuff here. So I'm gonna turn down one of these ways. Because you got a lot of these, you know, it's not just the main street. You got all these sideways where you can go. And this street here take you down toward that main fountain. I forget what that's called, but it's one of the major landmarks things to see in Bordeaux. You can see it down there. I think that's the one with the water coming out. I'm gonna roll down there to see if that's the site I'm thinking about. We'll roll on down. We're recording live in 4K 30, not 4K 60. I don't think we need 60. 4K 30 on the recording on the Osmo Action 5 by DJI using the built-in mic, and I've got it on my neck mount bracelet, necklace kind of thing, and shit, I forgot to change my glasses back to my Meta glasses, but I don't need them because I got the Fuji. I got the DJI Osmo Action 5. Sometimes it's nice to have backup. Now see, now this is the main kind of thing, square. I forget what it's called. I have to look it up. I'm sorry, I'm not a tour guide, shit. But this is like supposedly one of the main attractions here in all of Bordeaux. And with this fountain, well, maybe this ain't the main one. There's another one with the reflecting pool. Big reflecting pool. Kind of like in DC. Only this one is not filled with algae. Oh, there it is right there. You can see it right in front. You see the people? See the people in the reflecting pool? Now that is a big ass reflecting pool. For some reason, they seem to be able to do it without any trouble. People in it, they're not getting arrested for being in the pool. And I mean, that's a big pool. Not as big as the one in DC, but you know, you can see that this is something that's fun for the people, and that's the Pont de Prière bridge over there. And this is the main cycleway on the other side of the street there, along the river, main cycleway. So I'm just gonna get up here, and I'm gonna try to stay out of trouble. I don't know what that is. Could be a street. But I know this is a walkway, so I'm gonna be cool. So yeah, you know, I did the whole bridge to bridge ride yesterday. It's a few kilometers. and that was fun. And there was a nice restaurant I stopped at down the way. It looked really cool, and it looked like a place where at night it's probably jumping. And I may go back over there later, check it out. I didn't have any food. I just had some, I was parched yesterday. I had some water, and I had some wine, and just sat there, and it was good. So I'm gonna go up here. I'll be more on the streets in Bordeaux, headed back toward the central area. And you have bike lanes. It's not a protected bike lane, but it's a bike lane, and people are pretty cognizant of bikes here in France and in Bordeaux. So, it feels pretty safe to be riding around out here. And I hope I'm not made to eat my words. As one thing to keep in mind when you're traveling, hey, Bang & Olufsen. One thing to keep in mind while you're traveling, everybody that's driving around is not from here. And so you got people that might be more confused than you are, but they're in a car. And so you have to maybe watch out. You always have to watch out. You can't expect that people are going to do the right thing, because often they don't. And you might be right, but like they used to say in a commercial, you could be dead right, and that's not what you want. So I'm back to where we started in this nice area, start of the walking area, and Intercontinental Hotel looks real nice now. That's the place I think Kishna would like to stay if we came here to Bordeaux together. I think she might like the Intercontinental, but the Hotel des Says, where I'm staying, that's nice. I can't say nothing bad about it. So I'm not dogging the des Says. Hotel des Says. It's pretty cool. So now, again, you just got these streets where you can just go on and don't have to worry about fighting with cars. And so it's great for just tooling around. It's great for shopping. It's great for exercise, for getting some sun, for tiring yourself out so you can sleep because you didn't get much sleep last night and you want to go back to the room and take a nap, but you got to get tired first so you don't just sit up there looking like a fool, looking at yourself. So, you have all these places where you can do that. You can get yourself out in the boat, as they say in Canada, out in the boat. Yeah. I don't feel like shopping right now. Nothing I really want. I tell you what, that's one thing I like to learn on these trips. I learn what I need to bring, and what's the minimum stuff I need to bring. Because a lot of times you pack a lot of shit, you don't end up using it. So for example, I brought 3 watches on this trip. I brought my whatchamajiggy. I brought my trusty my trusty Rolex Explorer 2. I brought the Apple Watch and all the notification shit. I brought our Casio as another backup. And you know what? I could have left that damn Apple Watch at home. I don't have much use for that thing anyway. And when I go somewhere, when I'm on the road, I don't want to be worried about one more damn thing to charge. So the thing has stayed in my backpack the whole time, except when I bring it out to charge it, just in case I need it. But, you know, I bring the Rolex. It's a mechanical watch. They call it automatic. And so it charges as you, as you roll, as you use it, as you move. And so, that's the only watch I needed to bring. Now I have the little Casio in my bag. It's a little, $20 Casio. It's just a digital little watch. I'll probably continue to bring that for backup. But Apple Watch, extraneous. Okay. Now, I brought my Brompton bike, and it's tight. The stuff that's on the Brompton, the stuff I have on this Brompton is just the stuff I need. So I got the quad lock clamp for my phone. Put the phone right there. I got the bell. Got the mirror. Mirror comes in handy. Got my Brooks seat. So the Brompton is set. There's nothing else I really need for this thing. It does the job. And like I say, unless I'm on some rough pavement or going up a steep hill, it's cool. If I am on rough pavement, or I do find myself going up a steep hill, I can just get off and walk the damn thing. But it folds up nice. I go anywhere with it. So again, Brompton, cool. Brompton, the Vencita bag that I carry the Brompton in, cool. There's a little garment bag that goes over the top of the bike in the Vencita case. Cool. I don't need to put much stuff in there, but I can put some extra slacks and some underwear and stuff like that in there. I don't really need all that stuff because I brought the Brompton bag. The Brompton bag that clamps on the front of this bike. I brought that instead of a carry-on bag. I use that as my carry-on bag, and if I need to, I can, when I get where I'm going, I'll go shopping or something, I clamp that on the front. But I put most of my clothes and stuff in there, and so that worked out well. Brompton was good. The Brompton bag. And so that was good. I brought my computer. Good. That was useful. I brought the iPad. Good. That's useful. I only need the computer if I'm planning to do some work. Most of the stuff I can do on the iPad. But, I did some work on this trip, so I brought the MacBook Pro, and that's cool. Just put it in the backpack. So I did bring my backpack. I got some stuff in there I probably don't need. I brought my Bang & Olufsen headphones, and they take up a lot of space in the backpack. They don't weigh much. But if I had to in a pinch, I would leave them and just use the headphones on the plane that they give you. Because when I get where I'm going, I'm usually not using headphones. I brought my little Brompton, I think it's an A1 little speaker. That's nice for having some nice jazz in the room and stuff at night. And so that's cool. Now that's the cathedral there. And again, I'm not a tour guide, so I don't remember what this cathedral called, but that's the main, I think it's a St. Andre Cathedral. Yeah, that's what it's called. St. Andre Andre must have been a bad mother hog, because they named the cathedral and the hotel I was staying at in Paris is called the Saint Andre as well. As I say, that Andre, he was somebody worthy of note. Saint Andre. The hotel is Hotel Saint Andre des Arts, and it was a nice place, nice hotel, fairly new. I'm just gonna check around here. We got this uneven stones out here again, so let me check this cathedral. This is not Notre Dame, but shit, it's freaking huge cathedral and tower there. I don't see anything labeling it. No label of it. Hey, that's where I ate the other day. No, that's not where I ate. I thought that was a bouillon place, but it's not. And this is, got people over here checking out the cathedral. Saint-Saëns Musical, having some kind of musical program there. Bistro, l'Hôtel. Be nice if they had something to tell you what this place is. Cathedral, yep, that's what it is. Cathedral Saint Andre. So I was right. This is the main drag, but I'm not walking, and I don't want to fold up the bike, so I'm not going to go in there. But you can see it's quite elaborate. Let's keep on rolling. Okay. Nice looking bistro. L'Hôtel de Ville. L'Hôtel de Ville. Like a nice place. And what is this over here? It seems to be part of the same complex with the cathedral. That says Hotel de Ville. So maybe it used to be part of the cathedral property, because these cathedrals, man, they used to be the center of the action back in the day. Oh my goodness, look at that place. Look at that. That's impressive. We got a little tour group here. So I'm gonna go on around some more. Yeah. Beautiful morning. Beautiful morning in Bordeaux. Well, you know that every child running for Jesus. They're probably not singing like that in the cathedral. Every child running for Jesus, just like every child. Who is this? Every child running for Jesus, just like Jacques Chabon Delmas. Compagnon de la Libération, Premier Ministre. Okay. Jacques Chabon Delmas. An automobile, you know, prayer. Yeah, faith is a steering wheel. Now when you get on the road to glory, Satan is gonna try to flag you down. You better keep on driving. Now if you want your starry crown, well, you better check on your tires. You got a rough road ahead. When you're weary from your journey, God will put you to bed. You better check on your brakes. Stop your wicked ways. A man is born of a woman only for a few days. You better check on your lies to see your own faults. Stop while you can see them, children, or your soul will be lost. You better check on your generator. You need more strength and power. Can't do nothing without the man. You need him every hour. The Christian, oh Christian, press on your starter. I'm trying not to sing too loud because I don't want to scare nobody. I'm just going to ride my bike up the hill. Mind my business. Because I don't want to be scaring nobody. You better check on your generator. You need more strength and power. You can't do nothing without the man. You need him every hour. The Christian, oh Christian, press on your starter. Start your automobile. Put it in first gear. Gone up the hill. But drive home, children, if I never see you no more. I'll meet you when I pull in on the other shore. I'm not worried about my parking space. I just want to see my Savior face to face, you know, prayer. Oh, faith is your steering wheel. Ooh. My buddy Reggie Barnett introduced me to that group and that song. That's the Persuasions. And Christian's Automobile. There was a tram coming up behind me, so I had to get off. I did not want to be a pancake. I'm not going to turn around so you can see it, but now I thought about getting her whatchamacallit, 360 camera. And with that, I could just have the camera mounted on the bike and it's taking all directions simultaneously. And so if there was something like that tram coming up behind me that I wanted to show later, when I'm post-processing the video, I could show the tram. But I didn't want to be bothered. And here comes the tram anyway, because I came around the corner and there go the tram. See, that's what was coming up behind me. And it goes pretty slow. And there's a driver. So I think if he sees somebody, he will be cool. That's what I'm guessing. I'm thinking. I'm hoping. Hope it will be like that. Someone going back along here. Now you're picking it up. You're picking it up. And picking it up. Yeah. He's rolling now. Yes. Yeah. All aboard, get on board. There's a train that's coming somewhere down the track. The people that ain't ready got to step in back. This train been running since time began, running on the love of your fellow man. All aboard, you better get home. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet now, because somebody might see me and think I'm one of these crazy people and report me to the police. So I'm gonna be cool. All aboard, you better get home, boy. All aboard, child, you just get on board. I'm just out here riding until it's time to get some wine. Now I think it would be okay to have a glass of wine starting at about 11:30. I think that would be cool, and it's almost 11. So I don't know what I'm gonna do for another 40 minutes. I guess I just ride some more, but damn, I really would like a glass of wine, and I think that also might help me get tired, so when I get back to the room I could take a nap, because I need a nap. But I think of what I could do. And you know, last night when I was passing that Intercontinental, the place I said I think Kishna would like, when I was passing that, I said, now this is where I want to come and sit out front on the porch and have a glass of wine. So I think what I could do to fake the thing out, I could go and get a PJ. Now PJ is kind of like me and Kishna's invention. It's Pellegrino and juice. And I drink that all the time. I don't drink juice anymore. It's always some sparkling water and juice. I cannot drink juice straight. It's just too heavy. So anyway, I could get a PJ and drink that for a while, sit there. But I tell you one other thing. They don't know nothing about no PJ here in France. They know about juice. And it's usually fresh juice, freshly squeezed orange juice. And they know about, of course they know about sparkling water, because they got Pellegrino and all this other stuff. There's a special sparkling water here in Bordeaux that the people in Bordeaux like, that you only know about in Bordeaux. I forget the name. I'm going to get that. I'm not a tour guide. I'm going to get that. I'll give it to you. But anyway, it's good. It's good stuff. But anyway, they don't know about a PJ. They don't mix them. Like, I just like some sparkling water and just a little bit of juice with my sparkling water. But they don't do that. What they want to do is they want to just give you a glass of juice and give you a bottle of sparkling water. Damn, okay, I'll make my own damn PJ. So anyway, with all that rigmarole, that's an old term, classic Negro term. Anyway, with all of that, you know, by the time I finish doing all that, getting my PJ set, sitting there drinking for a while, it'd be 11:30, and then I'd be like, okay, bring me. How do I say it in French? Je te préfère Bordeaux. I don't know. I think they would get what I mean. Je préfère. I gotta get my lingo. I need to. If I stayed here for a little longer, I think I could get enough of the language. But anyway, after a little while, after sitting there and working with the PJ, then I can say, okay, bring the wine. And most of these folks, okay, they speak English. It's not like it used to be where they look at you funny and get all mad if you're trying to speak English. They're cool now, especially here in Bordeaux and in Paris. Maybe not in Nice. Getting a little more artsy down there. But anyway, so I'm gonna ride. I'm gonna keep riding for, I think I need to ride for another 10 or 15 minutes. And if I do that, I think I will be, from a timing standpoint, able to go to the Intercontinental, fold up to Brompton, go inside, get a table out front, and order my PJ. Then I'll look at my phone for a while. I will, watch some YouTube videos, see what's happening with Mitch McConnell, that kind of stuff. It's probably old news now. But anyway, I'll look at all that. And by the time I'm settled and looked at a couple of videos, hey, it's 11:30. Bring me some wine. And I'm not even hungry. I'm not hungry, and I know I should be damn sleepy, but I'm not sleepy. I don't know what's going on. And I stayed up until close to 2 o'clock working. You know, and I was enjoying the work, but I was working. And then I woke up at like 4:30. Yeah. But my phone told me, my health app told me that I only slept for like an hour and a half. And maybe that meant good sleep. Because I'm sure I slept for at least 2 hours. But, you know, I usually need more than 2 hours. So anywho, it's a nice little place here. I sat there and had a glass of Bordeaux last night. So anyway, it's almost that time. Well, now I got like 15 minutes to go. So I'm just gonna tool around here. This is very interesting, man. You can just go for miles back up in here. And so many interesting little stores and shops, and most of which are not open on Sunday morning. So there's that. But you know, it's nice. Most of the restaurants not open. Now the thing about this area, like I said before, they banned cars. So Bauburger. So you know, you're gonna come around here, you got to walk for the most part. Again, you see a few people on motorcycles and stuff, but this is a walking area. And south, I don't know what that south means, but it's a walking area. So you know, you can get around, you can do a lot of stuff, you can explore, see a lot of things. This fool on his motorcycle out here, why people do this? Unnecessary. So this is Promenade Sainte Catherine. What are people waiting for here? They're waiting for Fnac. I don't know why. I'm kind of turned around. I don't know where the hell I am. I see the McDonald's. I think I want to go back this way to get toward the... Yeah. Get toward the Intercontinental. I think I've had it, damn it. I think I'm ready to sit. Look at the doggy. Look at the little doggy. Kiko. Okay, those things are starting to heat up here on Sunday. It's 11 o'clock. And so I think people are going to be out. They're going to be out in a few minutes. And so I am going to get to where I'm trying to go, to the Intercontinental. I got turned around though. And then I'm going to sit down and relax. So, that's not the main drag. And I think this is the main drag I'm on. I think that's the Intercontinental down there. You don't want that Brompton tire to skip on you. If it gets up against a curb, don't have to be very high, but if it's almost parallel to the curb, you going down. Unless you got fast feet. So there's the Intercontinental. Right there. Yes. Here it is. And this is the entrance to the shopping drag. And everything. I don't see a tram coming. I can cross a tram track. I still don't see too many people sitting out here. What time does this open? Oh, there's some people sitting. Okay. So we good. We good. We're not premature. We're not too early. So we can get this thing going. It's about to be on. Shoot, boy. Shoot, boy. Shoot, man. Shoot, boy. It's about to be on. Look at the pink car. You don't see too many of those. I think that's a pink Peugeot. Peugeot, as they say. Pink Peugeot. That's a great Peugeot. Okay. Yeah. Let's jam. Let's jam. Ha. Yeah. On the beat. Up your hill. I'm gonna get over here under this umbrella. See, can I get over here? Okay. So that's for it for now. I'm gonna sign off. Okay. So now I had my PJ. I had my wine. I had it right there. I didn't have it in front of the Intercontinental because that little cafe in front of the Intercontinental isn't part of the Intercontinental. So I went across the street, had it there. It's fine. Except for one thing. When you're sitting outside like that, in France, people can smoke. So I was sitting next to some guy who was smoking. I moved, and later somebody came up, sat down, they were smoking. It kind of kills the experience. But anyway, I got my PJ, I got my wine, I even had some coffee with some Baileys. Still not sleepy enough, but I'm gonna keep on keeping on. And I'm gonna ride a little bit more, and I'm gonna go back to the hostel. Maybe I'll be sleepy by then. Maybe I won't. But I see this huge monument down here, and I'm gonna head down this way. The hotel is over that way to the left, but I'm gonna go down here just to put a little bit more time and miles on. Go down to this monument, go around, and we'll see what's happening. Yeah. And I hope that no tram comes, because I'm riding in front of the tram line. As we stroll along together. You know, when I ride around, a lot of times, or even if I'm just walking, I pass the time by singing. Helps things go better. Now that's the monument. That is the main monument that people talk about. I'm not a tour guide, but no, that's the main monument. I don't know what it's called. They got these horses out front and whatnot. So I'll go along and get a better look at it down here. It's pretty cool if you're into monuments. Yeah, there it is. That is something, boy. I don't know when they built this thing, who built it. Reminds me a little bit of that fountain in Belle Isle. But this is a lot more elaborate. Look at the horses there. And look at the people down there in the water. Like they fell off. Excuse me. Yeah. Look at that. That's something, boy. That water is a little refreshing too. I'm getting a little mist from the water. We'll go to the other side of the monument. See what that looked like. More of the same. Man, oh man. There's even more going on over here. That's crazy. Look at that. Horses, people in the water. These people look like they're having fun. Look at that woman right there in the front. She looks like she's having a good time. Them cats up there, I don't know what they doing. Guys on the horses, snot coming out of the snout of the horses. Jeez, I gotta read up on that. I bet if you were to Google Bordeaux Monument, you would find out all about that, because that is the main monument here in Bordeaux. So I just wanted to get a closer look at that. And shoot, my sell-by date has passed already. So I'm gonna go back to the hotel, and I am going to try to relax, get some rest, and come back out on foot in the evening, check out the shops and stuff, and just have a nice evening here in Bordeaux. So let me head on up here. There come the tram coming around, going the other way. I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna try to get up here and go to the Rat and get back to the hostel. I think I know where I'm going. I don't even have the navigation on now, because I think I'm getting a little familiar with this area. On some of these bumpy stones again. Not the best for the Brompton. Okay, so there's the bike path over there. Okay, so we're good. And the hotel is straight down here. You can see that my hotel is not far at all from where all the action is. I can easily walk there in 10 minutes or bike there in 2 minutes. So it's pretty cool. And this whole area is pretty calm as far as the cars are concerned. And so it's a good thing. I can't say that I'm pooped, but I'm feeling a little tired. I think I might be able to sleep. Here's my hotel. Hotel this is. I'm gonna try to cross without getting hit. Yep, think I got it. Oh shit! That little pothole there. That was not fun. Okay. We are back. Turn the light off. Turn the back light off. Bring the bike in. Bring the bike in. Let's fold her up. hold the mic up. Like that. Get my phone off. The bearing. Fold the front wheel. Kick the pedal up. Okay. Put the seat down. Put the telescoping seat down. Man, my glasses keep falling off. Sweating. And let's get the handlebar down. Like it's folded up. Let's go to the room. We are back. All done.